existed during that election. Now, as you are a candidate for your party for the House of Representatives, how much effort are you putting in place to sensitize people for them to know that your party is not collapsing its structure, but because you do not have a flag bearer for the presidential election, you've decided, okay, let's support this person or support whoever you like, but the emphasis on that collapsing of structure is what we're looking at.
Okay, collapsing structure simply means your mind is either you are fizzing out, you are entirely merging, winding up your party to merge with another party, which means likely the name of your party will go down. But that's not what is happening. We have gubernatorial candidates in so many states that are participating, senatorial candidates, House of Rep candidates, so the party still remain intact. And this is what we are telling our people. And you see, maybe this thing is a little bit louder, maybe at national level, but at local level, it's not. I make contact with some of my colleagues that were contesting for House of Rep, even in underscore gives, what's going on in your area concerning this? They say, no, we are strictly carrying our cross and facing our campaign, telling people what we have in store for them, and forget about the national politics.
Now let's talk about you carrying that cross and how easy it is, carrying that cross, and of course looking at the finish line just a matter of hours. How's been the process?
Yeah, thank you. It's been very, very rigorous, hectic though, but our driving impetus has been the responses from the populace, from the electorates, because they are actually tired of the two major political parties. So when we go out there and we see their responses, though it's not really easy coming out against these two major political parties. I'm not saying that's the only two parties, but two major political parties of PDP and APC. However, the responses from the electorate, from the people, has been our adrenaline, has been the forces, has been our driving impetus, because people are actually tired. People are actually frustrated. People actually, they are begging, they are looking for alternative. They can't wait to get a better party. They can't wait to have a better candidate. They can't wait to have someone that knows, that can elevate these pains that people are passing through. It's horrible.
Is it about looking for alternative or looking for the right alternative? Because when you talk about people being tired, that's also in the realm of just hoping that you put things into the right perspective. What exactly are they telling you? What exactly do the people want that make you conclude that they are tired?
So many things. Let's start from this cashless policy, which is the matter on ground now, that everybody go out there. You see people who have money in their banks, they cannot access it. And from there now, you see the reigning slogan out there is now Nigerians know the difference between the cash at bank and cash in hand, which is not supposed to be. I'm not condemning the cashless policy, but the implementation, the timing, it calls for questioning. What about the fiscality? It's quite disheartening. So, not that we don't have these resources, we do have this in our country, but is it available for our people to use? So how do you tell people? You have money in the bank, you cannot access it. Our country, we produce this crude oil. We don't have filling stations. Then you are increasing the poverty level of the populace. You say you're not tired? How did you get to your work, to your office this morning? Is it like how you used to get to the office? How many times? The last time we bought fuel, we bought at 420 until it was reduced to 350. Is that the official pump price?
But the president says it's just a matter of time. This is for the greater good. This is for the overall good of the country.
What time? What time? Is that the promise he made when he was coming on board? Is that the promise he made? People don't forget the issues that Nigeria, we are very, very resilient. Whatever comes our way, we have this thick skin to overcome it. But is that the promises that were made to us? What is the exchange rate of naira to dollar? The issue of insecurity that he said is going to tackle. Look at it now. Look at banditry.
The army confirmed this morning that the issue of this redesign, the swap, is also helping the fight against insecurity down in the northeast. So some would say that's also a plus. from this narrow design policy? Flora?
Is it just saying it just in the media, in these TV stations like this? But practically what is obtainable, what we are seeing out there, is it the same thing? I was in the studio when we are reading the newspapers. Look at the number of insecurity killings in Anambra, killings in Imo. Is it just to come and tell us they will do this, they will do that? Are they actually doing it? He's not just saying it, he's doing it and let people see that we're actually doing it.
Now, Honorable ADEDEJI, let's talk about you.
Okay.
You want to represent your people, people of Idore. Federal constituency in the House of Representatives. What are you bringing to the table?
Thank you. I'm bringing to the table good governance. I'm bringing to the table quality and robust representation. I want my people for the first time to actually benefit and enjoy right representation. And how do I mean? In the course of campaigning, moving from looks to and crannies of my constituency, I may mention some of the just very simple and common government programs like Anchor Boros program, like market money, like traders money, like the NDDC sponsor scholarship for students of oil producing states. It's like if I'm speaking rocket science. They're like, what are you saying? Common Anchor Boros program that is being powered by federal government through the CBN to reach out to farmers. My constituency is famous for cocoa production, greener production. Likewise, my federal local government where I come from, Idare is noted famous for cola nut. We are farmers. If my people will not know what is Anchor Boros program, how do they now benefit from it? If you are not informed, you are deformed. My people are not well informed. So what's the essence of representation? What's the essence of representation? Why do we have somebody out there? If simple and complex what they don't have. Traders money that everybody out there is benefiting from. Whenever I say, they were like, what are you saying? Are you just bringing a theory that is not out there? I said, this has been on board for the past how many years? But information does not get to them. So why do we have representative? What is meaning of representation? It's not out there to go and project, promote, defend the interest of the people. It's not there for them to go, okay, this is what is going on. Okay, this is how my people can benefit. And use your good office to ensure that this call it dividend of democracy or whatever, comes to the grassroots. That's representation. Let me say this one quickly. I've said it severally. None among my constituents, members of my constituency, has benefited or was benefit from the NDDC sponsor scholarship. Is it that we don't have students in my constituency that are eligible for it, that qualify? How come? Many of them don't even know, they're not even aware of this. So what are you telling me? So why do we have representation? So it's time for us to have competent and vibrant representation in the federal. It's not just out there to go and make numbers. It's not just out there to go and sleep or to just. Let me say this. People of my constituency also bear me witness. So also VS at home. Have you ever on your TV one day, whether to OSRC or any of the national TV, and you've seen our representative just moving the motion in the house in the past close to 4 years? How many motions has he raised? Or to even say, okay, I have a second this motion. Are we presenting a moribund representation?
But
you don't do that.
Going by what you just said, Honorable ADEDEJI, talking about getting to see your representative on TV, some would say that's not all to it about representation. You've mentioned a lot of things that getting further, drawing further relevance to your constituency and all of that. But you also get this, that when you're on the outside, it's always good. It's always as easy as just like you're saying it to want to do all of these things. But when you're on the inside, there's also forces that you also have to contend with. How many House of Representatives do we have in Nigeria? In their hundreds, also hoping to get all of these things in their hands for their people. And that's also the place of lobbying and all, of course, the competition for all of these things. So it's not as if it's easy. That's what some of them will tell you, going by what you just mentioned.
It's easy. It's easy. Why are you there? When you are canvassing for vote, you are begging for vote. Did you tell them, oh, it's not easy when I'm going to get there? It's easy. There are some household names, some household that once you mention their names in the house, oh, people say yes, yes, yes. You see, it depends on who you are. You cannot give what you don't have. Okay? Is that you that is in you that makes you that you are? And that's what made the difference.
So what do you have? Beyond all of these promises.
I've said it earlier. Information is power. You see, you don't just go to the house. I've said it earlier sometimes ago. I know executing programs, projects is that of executive. But it's the responsibility of the lawmaker, the legislator that represents the constituency to ensure that you attract, you facilitate the presence of government, not only federal government, even state government. That's why lobbying, that's why charisma comes in.
Now, let's quickly look at the other candidates for the House of Reps, the APC and the PDP candidates. They're voting. The APC candidate is presently there now. You have a PDP candidate, then you. Have you ever wondered that maybe your people might not necessarily want someone that speaks English, someone that maybe does those things you want? That maybe it's probably the issue of who gives us money more. Because if you look out around us now, people are basically looking at, give me money. Money will solve my problem. Leave all these ones. Are your people ready and willing? Have they shown you that what they want is what you are bringing to the table?
My good people in the federal constituency are well enlightened. Okay. And now after money, that is someone that want to give them means of surviving. They want to prefer to someone that is promised them means of living. No, my people are well enlightened, and they be able to know the difference because they read newspapers, they listen to news, and they see what is obtainable, what is happening in other constituencies. I wouldn't want to mention names, but there's a particular House of Rep member from this Ondo state in their Boko side that every other constituency is praying, is envy to have such a person. That's somebody. It has to do with what is on board, what is bring. You see, these people they have eyes and they see. Come to my constituency, you be hungry at the level of dilapidation of our schools, roads.
Now, how strong is your structure? Your party structure.
Okay.
How strong is it for you to get the winning vote you want?
The people out there is my structure. I said it earlier, it's people that make the party. It's not party that makes the people. Even the two major large, it's people that make them. I make people, you see, somebody even defined that a party is the madness of many for the benefit of few. My campaign out there is not for party, it's for the people. It's the people that actually make the structure. I don't have any godfather. It's the people that's my godfather. I don't have any sponsors. It's the people that's my sponsor. I don't have any godmother. It's the people that is my godmother. Okay? So when you're talking of structure, the strength of structure, is the people. Are they in tune? Are they okay with what is available, what they are having, when they see what is going on in other constituency? Are they okay with it? As much as we try, we make sure we're so disciplined that we don't embark on campaign of calumny or party condemnation or attack of no. What we are selling to our people is our blueprint. We tell that this thing is doable. Okay, how many of my constituent members have been able to enjoy federal government employment facilitated by the representative?
Now, if you will agree with me, politics in Nigeria is basically about who has the money. I don't know if you saw the interview where Chief Afe Babalola said that the person that will win Nigeria's presidential election is the person with the deepest pockets. Nigeria politics is basically about money. Now, how much are you willing to bring to the table in that regard?
Well, I beg to disagree. I have so much respect for our father, Afe Babalola. Personally, I disagree, or maybe at the local level, I disagree. We cannot rule out the role of money in electionary in Nigeria, campaigning, media, souvenirs, just to project your party, to take your name to the heart of the people. It costs a lot of money, I agree. But that is not fundamental. That's not determinant. It's your personality. You see, there was a time that party, whichever party you come out from, if once a major party, the party wins votes for you automatically, wins election for you. Later, it's metamorphosed or snowballed to individual winning, personality winning for party. Now, it's not the combination of personality and your antecedents. And what do you have for them? It's not the money you have for them, because they know. You give them 5,000, you give them 10,000, it's a matter of a day or two. But any lofty program or any project that you bring to them is forever. You bring schools, you bring institutions, rehabilitation, road, this and that, access, give them good road, to give them access. They know they will enjoy it. You ask a question that how much am I bringing to the board, to the table? The amount I bring to the table.
No, I want integrity. If you want to know that route,
the amount I'm bringing to the table is my integrity, is my antecedents, okay? Is the trust that the people have for me that I must not betray.
All right, Honorable ADEDEJI, let's quickly try as much as possible to close this conversation with this one. You talk about your blueprints. What have you identified as the critical need of your federal constituency, which you will be hoping to meet or to try to meet if elected? And second, the issue of the Naira redesign. Are you having challenges mobilizing those who will, do the last minute, preparation for you, getting fuel, getting means of sustenance, party agents, trying to also find something for them? Is that also a challenge for you?
Okay, what do you have for the people of the federal constituency? My blueprint, starting with education, which is number one and of paramount to me. Come to my constituency, you see the state of our primary school. Most of the primary schools, they are more or less death traps. I've been to several locations in the course of campaigning, and it's so disheartening and head-entering seeing the schools that we used to go 20 years ago to play football on their football field still remain in the structure.
Which school are you talking about? Perhaps you just mentioned one, because this is also something
government. Go there.
Okay.
You see it.
So what other do you have also?
Go to Owena. You see the school there.
What other things do you have on your list?
Okay, the first thing, like I said, is education, to ensure that, because it's education, it makes people easy to govern but difficult to rule. So they have to be properly educated. It's education that brought us to this level we are. So those people that are coming to, you must give them an enabling environment that makes studying easy for them. Okay, so we want to address the state of establishment of our schools. What about empowerment? Not everybody will actually go to school, but there are some people that have embarked on vocational training, that they've done what they call a freedom. Okay, now they just need to be assisted to buy equipment like hairdresser, like the organizer, like the.
So that's also part of what you're looking to do.
Yes.
So
please let me quickly.
All right.
Respond to your second question concerning the Naira design, whatever. Some call it design, but personally I call it Naira recoloration.
Okay. So how is it eating you?
Yeah. It affects everybody. It affects everybody, and it cuts across board, and it's a challenge. Yeah. Even filing the vehicle, there's some such of what we need is cash, and we don't have this cash.
Will this affect your chances at the poll?
Not at all.
All right, let's just leave this conversation there. Honorable ADEDEJI, ADEGBOLA Babalola, who is the House of Representative candidate of the Action Democratic Congress for Ifedore Federal Constituency here in Ondo State, has been speaking with us. Thank you so much for coming on the program, and we wish you all the best in your task.
Thank you for having me.
We'll go on this quick break, and when we come back, the 2023 general election is still in focus. Please stay.